Pete here from pickinglessons.com. Miss McLeod's reel, key of G, traditional Scottish reel. This is a great little tune, perfect for the intermediate picker. It's not an overly fast tempo and the phrases are really accessible, sitting in just one octave of the G major scale. In a moment, we're going to take a look at part A of the arrangement here in this video, but if you head to pickinglessons.com, you can grab yourself a copy of the tablature there. In the member section, we will continue this lesson and break down part B, and you'll also have play along and backing tracks there once you get to know it as well. There's some cool techniques in here. Firstly, it is just sitting inside this position of the G major scale, just one octave. So from open G to the G on there on fret 3 of string 1. And so the phrases all sit within there. There's a little bit of string skipping in some of these earlier phrases in part A. Nothing crazy. Otherwise kind of very scaly. Part B, there's a bit of cross picking through the theme, so that's kind of cool. So we'll check that in the next video. But here in part A, we are moving back and forth between this G there, so the open G and the 3rd fret. So the first thing is just on the quarter notes, 1, 2, downstrokes for those Gs before we continue on into 3 and 4 and. So first phrase, ready, and. Down, 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 up. Watch the picking there over those 8th notes on the second half of the measure. Okay, second measure, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Watch the right hand there, so quarter note, then 8ths, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. And just sitting in standard position for our fingers. So everything through this is played out of first position. So our first finger is always going to be in 1st fret, second finger on 2nd, 3rd on 3rd. Let's just put these first 2 phrases together. So the first 2 bars, nice and slow. Ready, and 1, 2. So there's our first 2 bars that we move along through. We continue on with a bit of a theme through these next couple of ones as well. There we are, there's that same phrase we began with. Now the 4th measure along. This is where the D chord comes in the accompaniment, and the melody certainly moves for that. So we go to the A note, which is part of that D chord. So we've got the 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So there's that 4th measure closed out there. We might continue on here because we have a bit of a repeat through the second half of this section. So 1, it's like bar 1. That's almost like bar 2, but we have 1, 2, and 3, 4, and slightly different rhythm and different ending as well, but it sort of starts in the same way. So 6th measure along, ready, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and watching the picking. Everything's in the tablature for the right hand and the left hand as needed. Okay, closing it out here, these last 2 measures before the repeat. Pretty busy couple of phrases. And then we repeat through this section twice. So let's break that down. So the 7th measure, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. Just making sure we're using those fingers there, 2nd and 3rd. 8th bar. Running down the scale there to begin with, 1 and 2 and to the B, quarter note, B and A to finish it out before the repeat. Let's have a once through, get to know the phrases individually like we broke them down though, but do practice this and repeat as you go. But let's take it nice and slow, just have a once through the entire section. From the top here, 3 and 4 and. We go for a second time to get that part done. The chord progression is interesting. I like that E minor on the second half. You could just play a G through that section as well, but the E minor is kind of nice. So have a look through those chords as well. It's a nice way of backing up this tune. Now pickinglessons.com, you can grab the tablature there, but in the member section, we will continue this lesson. Look at part B. There's a bit of cross picking there, which is fun. You also have the play along and backing tracks once you finish the tune as well. So pickandlessons.com. I'll see you there.